I think it's a day for insulated pants.
So the first thing that needs to be removed is this panel here. So pull this downwards. Technically it's supposed to be connected to this, but this isn't supposed to come down with it. There we go. And you're supposed to just be able to pull straight down. Or not. There we go. It's cold. Now, if this piece didn't come off when you pulled that other piece off, you can pull this one off. There's 3 clips along the top. Then this piece comes off. This is a T30 Torx. And you'll remove this one, and you'll remove this one down here. There's one on each side. And then you do a snatch and pull. So pull this down. Make sure you hold it up, because there's a wiring harness right here. And just like that, got the interior panel out. Alright, so first things first, this is the wiring harness that comes into the car here. And most people are going to want to cut this or remove it somehow, but we don't want to do that. What we want to do is be able to get into here and pull this wiring harness out just a little bit so we have access to it. And you can pull this one too, since we've got to remove the whole thing. Pain in the butt. You can get a little pry tool in there if you need to. There we go, there's that one. So this is loose now. Now the next step is we need to get access to that plug inside. So we've got to remove this panel and this panel. So put your fingers underneath here and pull. These ones are tight. Okay, so we almost have access to it right there, but not quite. And then if you want to remove this completely, just slide that over. And slide that over. There we go. Now, we've got to remove this panel right here. We have to remove the seat belt. These things are kind of a pain in the butt to get off. Just driving down the road. But there's 2 pins on the back. And it slides in just like that. You've got to release those pins. So this is a T50. I was able to do it with a T45. Now that we have that piece out, we have access to the wiring harness. See that right there? Alright guys, I apologize. I know it's really hard to see, but when I move this, you can see this wiring harness moving here. And there's 3 plugs that you have to undo. This has 3 plugs on this end. Got one white one, one blue one, and one black one. Or green if you wanted to go by actual plug color. There's those 3. And now we can pull it through the body. Now that we've got this whole wiring harness isolated from the rest of the vehicle, we can start pulling this out piece by piece so that we can install our new one. I guess the first thing we'll start with is this right here. This goes to the third brake light. So inside here for the third brake light is this wire right here and this plug. There's this little release tab right here, and it's on the left side. You just press on the top of that and then push it down, and it comes out of that. There's that, disengaged. So you can either cut these zip ties or use a tool like a screwdriver or this and remove these. You'll probably end up breaking them. So there's 4 tabs on this one. Just like that. Then this wiring harness is completely separated. We might as well go to the completely opposite side of the car. There's this plug right here. This is for the window heater. And we've got the little body clips right here. There's a body clip right here. There's a body clip right here. Try and be careful, as these are fiberglass. This is a fiberglass lid. Alright, so that one's completely separated. Might as well pull this off since we pulled off the other side. So, in case you haven't noticed, there's a ton of plugs back here. Got this red safety, and then push this button here. Oh, it's really easy if you pull the red part out all the way. I actually can't show you this one right here, but it's really simple. Just like that. Almost everything unplugged. There's one more. There's one more white plug right here. Okay. So now there's only 2 left. They're the ones for the taillights. And to get to those, we actually have to remove the taillights. By the way, I apologize, you can't see anything. There's 2 7mm right here to pull the tail light out. It's hard filming in the sun because everything gets blown out, and I don't know how to adjust the white balance. 2 screws. 2 screws on this side. gently pull out the tail light. There we go. Tail lights removed. Now pull all the clips out. Now we have our wiring harness, and all of this has to go in through here. And there it is. This is our wiring harness. This is revised part number, Delphi part number 33178748. This was manufactured in March of 2016, actually on my son's birthday. But what you need to find is probably this number here, Z007161 Alpha Golf AG. And this is the wiring harness. One little tip that I'm going to show you guys is when you're pulling out these connectors here, you're going to want to try and pull them out, you know, so the wire's out like this, and it's coming through the hole like that, because it's an oval hole. But what you actually need to do is turn it so it's like this, and it goes through a lot easier. So turn it like that, and then it goes in and out of the hole pretty easy. It's always going to break in this area right here, and that's going to cause your taillights to not work, your lock unlock to not work. Don't worry, it's really easy to do. Anybody can do it. You just have to have a flathead screwdriver and a very basic tool set, and then that one T50 helps out a lot to get that seatbelt harness off. That way you can unplug these three. Other than that, it's really easy to do. Alright, I'm going to go back to installing this, and I'll just speed that up so you guys don't have to deal with watching the whole thing. Well, I don't know when the camera shut off, but I've got it in. Just for reference, this piece goes in, then this piece, then these pieces. So that's how that goes back in. I think it cut off somewhere right about there. But that was exciting. If you know anybody with a 2011 to 2019 Dodge Journey and they're having this problem with the wiring harness getting split right here, share this video to them. Let them know that they can replace it. I'm going to leave the part number down below in the description. Thank you for liking the video. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you next time.